All right. You're welcome. If you're seeing this video, you're welcome to the $1,000 copy client acquisition hack. All right, and this is basically me telling you that all you're about to see in this video is something I know for sure. If you implement, if you take actions towards it, you're actually going to make results, right? Now, basically, this is a journey. This is a journey for you. The journey to becoming the $1,000 copywriter and above. From $1,000 is just a mark for you. You can go from here to wherever you want it to be. $2,000, $10,000, $40,000, $100,000. Now, the thing is, the most important thing is going from zero to $1,000. I was speaking to someone earlier, and I was telling her that, it's easier to go from $1,000 to $10,000 than go from zero to 1,000. You get? Because most of the times, leverage is always key. All right. And so, what you've generated in your course of coming from zero would serve as leverage for you to go from 1 to 2 to 4 to 8 to 12. As it keeps multiplying, you keep going. All right. Now, if you have the hack, if you have the hack of going from zero to $1,000, it will be so much easier for you to go from $1,000 to $10,000, right? To be so much easier for you to go from $1,000 to $10,000. So let's go right into it, all right? This is the zero to $1,000 copywriter. This is you being on a journey. Now, as we advance towards the course of this training, of this video, you need to understand that this is you on a journey. And if you were the one to have most of this knowledge, you are the person telling this story of going from zero to $1,000, right? Now, basically, this is not just for a newbie. All right. If you're a newbie here, I believe most of the things you'll be seeing in this video might be foreign to you. If you apply wisdom to it, you might understand a few things. But this video was designed for copywriters who are beginners, right? Who are beginners and possibly newbies as well. But if if you've heard of copywriting, probably undergone a course before on copywriting, and you just started out, this is for you. All right. So this is how to become a highly paid copywriter, even if you are just starting out as a newbie, right? So if you're starting out, you're welcome. This is how to tread the path of zero to $1,000, right? So let's advance. Now, you're starting out as a copywriter. This video was designed to help you navigate copywriting the right way. All right. If you hear of something going the right way, if we are speaking of doing something the right way, that means there's another part of doing that same thing, another, I would call it a dimension, another way of doing that thing that is called the wrong way. All right. And possibly people that were not applying these same secrets, strategies, and wisdom concerning this particular field have ended up doing copywriting the wrong way. All right. They've advanced as freelancers and skills people, um, especially with the skill of copywriting the wrong way. But this video was designed to help you navigate it the right way. All right. Now let's advance. So this is me, and it's me telling you welcome once again. My name is Prince Noble. I'm a copywriter, a serial entrepreneur, and a digital solution enthusiast. Now, basically, what I love to do is to direct people towards the right path, especially digital wise. All right, especially going through skills, tools, information, and things that will help you tread the digital space for the best and most efficient results, right? So basically, I'm here to share proven step-by-step blueprints on how to go from or avoid being paid peanuts to landing high ticket clients from now, all right, throughout your journey as a skilled writer. Now, if you're a writer listening to me, or possibly you are a marketer, and as copywriting being the mother of all digital skills, maybe you are a marketer, an affiliate marketer, possibly any way you are related to writing to sell, as copywriting is the ability to write to sell. If you're relating, maybe you're a funnel builder or any means as well, this video is to help you with step-by-step blueprints on what works, all right? What works as a skilled writer. Now, let's move on. All right. So why should you listen to me? Why should I earn your trust? Who am I? Basically, aside from track records, um, the first the first thing is to understand that if you are here, you want to know how to go from $0 to $1,000, right? And if I can give you that, you should understand that this is something you need to listen to. So I have what you are looking for, right? That's first thing. Secondly, Secondly, is the fact that in as much as I have what you're looking for, I also have what could generate results for you, just like these people you see here, right? These people you see here, someone bagged a job of a weekly pay of $100 and above. This person is also, he bagged a deal with a Nigerian celebrity as a filmmaker. He was a writer as well, and he bagged a job. Now, if these are results you want to be seeing in your life, like this person came and said, "Thank you so much, boss. I received my first pay recently as a freelancer." So, if you're a freelancer and you want these testimonies to be something you would want to share to somebody, not necessarily me or to someone else, if you know that these testimonies is so you want to be in their shoes, you want to, be part of people that are actually sharing their success stories as freelancers and skill sets people and skills. uh, Let me not bite my mouth, right? um, as freelancers and creatives, right? If you want this to be a testimony for you as writing to sell your skills and earning from it, getting paid about it, now this is a video you'd want to watch, right? Sorry, let me put my stuff in do not disturb, right? So would go here, right? Okay, really sorry about that. Really sorry about that. All right, so we advance. Okay, these are testimonies. This person bagged $3,000 as a job from Upwork to be paid upfront $1,500. Now, these are testimonies you want to be sharing. Now, you need to listen to this video properly. All right. Now, would advance. Now, our lucky number in this video is 5. 5 is our lucky numbers, and we'll be going with the number 5 in majorly most of the things we're doing here. All right, so stick to it. Now, we're going to be discussing 5 mistakes you should avoid as on your journey to monetizing your skill. If you're here, basically you are prone to mistakes as a skills person, as a creative. There are always things that if we collide knowledge together, or possibly we are not applying the right things together, we are going to be making errors that are called mistakes. Now, to avoid these things, you simply just need to do things the right way, operate on things that works, apply wisdom that work, apply strategies and blueprints that works. And this is how to avoid um, you know, mistakes on your journey. All right. So we'll be discussing things, 5 mistakes you should avoid on your journey to monetizing your skill. Secondly, we'll be discussing 5 things you should know as a creative freelancer, right? There are things I always tell my students that you are one information away from, getting what you want, right? You are one information from getting what you want. If you had known that a video like this had existed before now, you would have watched it before now and probably started acting upon it before now, right? And also, if you had known some of the things you know now previously, you might have achieved a lot of things before now. Now, These are things you should know as a creative freelancer, and if you know them, you will be a step or 100 steps ahead of people that don't know them. All right, so we'll be discussing these 5 things, and as you key into it and apply it, you definitely see an upshoot and a surge in what you're doing, right? Now, we'll also be discussing 5 ways to land high-paying jobs online as a creative skills man, right? Now, I know this is the part you're going to be waiting for. So we need to discuss the first two before you understand how to land jobs, high-paying jobs online. I know you're here because you want to learn how to land these jobs, but if you don't understand these first two, you will not actually be making the results of landing high-paying clients. All right. So you need to put the first two in place before the third one. My mentor will always say 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. All right. It is 1 plus 1 that made 2. It was the process that brought about the result. The process is 1 plus 1. The result is actually 2. So if you don't do 1 plus 1, you will never get 2. All right. So if you don't put some of these things in place, the results of landing paying clients will not come. All right. So you need to understand that firmly. Let's go. Let's go. All right. The fifth part is that the first part is that you need to understand that number one, you need to do away with desperation. When you become a skills person, when you learn a high income skill, especially one like copywriting, probably affiliate marketing or funnel building or other high income skills that are digitally accepted right now, right? When you learn them and you see some of these people making, huge money. In fact, some of us came into learning high income skills with debts. Some of us paid our last card to acquire that skill. And so when you see a lot of people making high figures like 2 million naira, 10 million naira, $3,000, $4,000, $1,000, right? You become desperate to get so many things at once, right? Now, this is me trying to tell you to calm down, chill, right? Chill. You still have forever to master your skill and get paid. Whatever you want to rush now can come to you without rushing. But you know the worst part? When you rush, you lose everything. All right? When you're desperate, you tend to lose everything. Most of the things you're supposed to be paying attention to, your mind goes off them. You're now about the money. Meanwhile, the journey has never been about the money. It has always been about you getting better. All right. So you need to do away with desperation. Do away with it. Nothing is colliding on you. I know you are owing people. I know you need to make money. I know you need to make mama proud. I know you need to do this. I know you need to do that. But chill, right? None of those things will be actualized with the desperation at heart. So you need to calm down. All right. Focus on your skill. Focus on putting things right, and the money will come. Right? Secondly, do away with oppression. A lot of people will come online and post their alerts, 100,000 naira in 1 week, 2 million naira in 1 day, $5,000 in 1 month. All those things can, make you depressed. Okay, that's oppression on the other end, right? Avoid it, right? If you know these things affect your mind, avoid it. Avoid it. I told somebody something earlier. I told the person, you see, the social media is not for the weak, because you work with if you're going from the 9 to 5 physical jobs and work, if you do work physically, definitely from morning hours to evening hours, you are working, your body is stressed, right? But if you're working online, there's even much more possibility of you working more than 12 hours, 6 hours, right? And when I say working, most of the times, most of us are on social media, all right? And most of the times, when you're doing all these things, your mental state is at stake, right? Because we work mentally. All right. The best person online is the person that is the smartest. Is the smartest person that is the best person online, right? Because it has to do with mental state, your mental state. So you need to avoid those oppressions so that your mental health might be kept sane, right? Because if we work physically, we work physically on site or on land, we are worn out. Now you could imagine the wearing out of your brain if most of this work you do is online. You get the point? Now you need to avoid most of those. Avoid it. Don't keep your mind somewhere that doesn't exist. If that person is oppressing you, no one should make you feel inferior without your consent. All right? You're on your process, you're on your own process. All right? The person is also on his own process. Do you know whether he's just having something that, do you know whether it's a stumbling block that's waiting for him? You don't know. In as much as we don't pray for evil for people, all right, but you don't know what is ahead of him. You don't know what he did to get what he was doing. You don't know what he's doing to get the results he's doing. Possibly you're not doing those things. So focus on your journey. Look into your own box, right? Look into your own box, and you would see that your journey is progressive. All right. Now, thirdly, avoid distractions. You're here to work. As a freelancer, you are here to work. Your journey is different. Possibly business owners and other kind of entrepreneurs can, tend to be several places at several times just to get so many things for their business and all. But as a freelancer, you need to be focused. As someone with a skill set, whether as a freelancer or possibly you're working for a business or you're being paid by contract, as a skill set, as a person with a skill set or a creative, you need to understand that your focus is very, very much important. You are the building block, you're the pillars of so many structures online. Because if a business wants to run a campaign right now, they'll look for freelancers and creatives to, design most of the things that gives their company a reputation, and they're banking on you, right? They're banking on your authenticity, right? They are banking on the fact that you could deliver. And if your focus is tilted, your job might be tilted as well. So focus, avoid distractions. If you know you want to make $2,000 in a month, you need to focus at the process that gets it. All right? Like I told you, 1 + 1 is 2. This is my mentor's formula. 1 + 1 is equal to 2. Now, without 1 + 1, you can't get 2. But you know what? When you focus on 1 + 1, 2 will come itself, right? When you focus on the process, the result will come, right? You cannot say when you turn on the tap and there's water from the source and the pipe is okay, right? The water will not flow out. It's impossible unless magic is happening, right? Unless possibly a supernatural mystical force. But if it is something about nature and natural um, um, principles and laws, you need to understand that as far as the process is in place, the result is bound to happen. All right. So avoid distractions. Avoid distractions. Keep distractions away from what you're doing. Keep distractions away from your job. Let your time for doing your job be your time for doing your job. Keep distractions away. Away. Drop that phone. Don't go on that social media platform yet. If it's not research, don't go. Right? Focus on your job. Do it and do it well. Now, the fourth thing you need to avoid is laziness. All right. Just like what the just is a little bit similar with the distraction part, but laziness is like a feeling. It's this feeling that comes upon you that you shouldn't do the job. Man, do you know that a lot of people are dependent on you to deliver? And if you are lazy, a lot of people are being set back. Businesses are being set back. Results are being limited, right? Manifestations of people's visions are being placed on hold. You got to be up and doing. You got to do away with laziness. Do away with it, right? Do away with it. At every point of your life, um, at every point of your life where you need to achieve something, that spirit of laziness, in quotes now, that feeling of laziness will come in and tell you, you don't really need to do this, you don't really need to do that, you don't need to do that, you don't really need to do that. And those lies come to your mind, and you just go by emotional sways, emotional feelings, and you tend not to deliver. And you know what? Jobs are being held down. People's visions are in coma. They are in stasis. All right? They are being placed on pause. People's desires, because definitely visions comes to manifestations by action. In fact, the gap between vision and manifestation is filled in by action, right? Now, if you don't take that action concerning that job you have, that idea that has been entrusted to you, if you're lazy about it, those visions will remain on pause, right? Those manifestations will never happen, right? Now, you need to avoid that. You need to avoid laziness, right? Number five, you need to avoid doing it yourself. All right. On this digital space, in fact, this applies to even outside the digital space, but on the digital space, no one rises alone, right? None of this information I know now came by me trying to source it out by myself. I did the work to get this information, you get? But you see, I didn't do it alone. There are people that had to come in place for me to get these things together and, put it up, assemble it up, and build it to become something that someone will find direction from. So avoid doing it yourself. Adopt the networking spirit. Avoid doing it alone. All right. You don't know everything. So you need to reach out. Nothing will happen unless you reach out. Right. You wouldn't know whether someone likes you or doesn't like you unless you reach out. You wouldn't know someone's thought concerning you unless you go out there and you reach out. All right. The highest the person will tell you is get out and you will move, right? You move on to the next person. There are over 7 billion people here. And believe me, not one person is the only person that is dependent on your progress. Not one person is the only person that your progress is dependent on, right? If this person doesn't agree, another person will agree, all right? If this person doesn't like you, another person will like you. You get the point? And so that is how life is. Avoid doing it yourself. It is by doing it together with people, networking, hearing people's ideas, sharing these people's thoughts concerning a particular project, a particular matter, a particular idea, sharing people's ideation process, their blueprints. That is how we rise here. All right. So those are the 5 things to avoid. Now let's progress. 5 things you should know as a creative freelancer. Right. 5 things you should know. Now, number one, you matter a lot in this journey. It is you that matters, not me, not the client alone, not the money. You. All right. Let me tell you something. I was talking to someone earlier. In fact, I think I was thinking out loud. I told myself, finally, I've discovered this thing about freelancing. I've discovered this thing about being a creative, right? Do you know that the journey is much more about you? In fact, the money that comes your way, the things you deliver art, everything is all about you, other than, in fact, um, not like the business people or business owners that the journey is about people they are helping, right? Basically, generally, we are helping people. And the fact that we help businesses increase in conversion, help them increase in what they are doing, in fact, give them visibility and all. In fact, the fact that our skills are helping people is the general form of value for us. But come to think of it, do you know that the higher to which you're being paid as a freelancer or a creative is dependent on how good you are, right? Is dependent on how good you are. Now, the journey, the process is about making you good in that skill. Now, when you understand the fact that you need to creatively progress and improve daily as a creative or as a freelancer, that is what matters in your journey. A lot of people come out to look for the money, $2,000, and they end up doing shabby works. Do you know what? If that person does the shabby work the first time, does the shabby work the second time, does the third time, does it repeatedly, does it the 10th time, nobody will come again, right? And you know what? It's not giving the person an opportunity to grow, because finally the person will end up in depression, and um, um, jobs will stop coming. The person will be depressed and will give up on that skill. You get? Now, do you know that the more you improve on yourself, the higher the quality of jobs come to you? The more you master your skill, the more you understand that the journey is about you. You would discover that you personally as a person is improving rather than just your bank account, right? So the journey is you, and you matter a lot in this journey. Now, secondly, you need to learn how to create irresistible offers. Irresistible offers. As a creative, as a freelancer, right? You need to know how to close deals. Closing deals is the ability for the money to be given to you, the contract to be awarded to you. Now, closing deals boils down to creating irresistible offers. Irresistible offers are offers that the client can't turn down. It will be so insane for him to turn down that he will have to give you the job. Now, this thing has to do with a lot that concerns, copywriting, closing skills. But the major idea is understanding the problem of your client or your prospect, your potential client, right? You need to understand the problem. When you listen for the problem, when the person comes, you don't just jump into, telling the person the price. This is how we do it. Well, no, listen. Good listeners are are highly valuable people, right? Listen. There's a problem. There's something that made the client look for a skill of yours. Now, if you're able to understand it, in fact, the faster you understand the problem of your client, the easier it is for you to close the job, to close the deal, right? To get the contract. It is easier. Why? Because you've already known that, okay, this is the problem that this man is facing, and this is how I can help him, right? And irresistible offers comes with other small spices. All right, my mentor will say an offer, okay, we say a product, it's better to sell an offer than sell a product, right? And a product is Gary, but an offer is condibles like granules. That's Emmanuel Abbey said that. These are like granules, sugar, and all the other things, solving the problem of hunger. Now, a product could possibly be, what's it called? Okay, let's use Gary, right? I whenever it comes to offer, I just tend to use Gary, right? Now, let's say someone is hungry and what he needs is an instant meal right now, and he's trying to tell you, oh my God, I don't know how to eat, I don't know what to eat right now, and I'm very, very hungry, I can't go cook, and blah 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 blah. And he said, I like this your Gary, maybe it's a raw Gary, and the person sees it, and you now understood that it's not just about the food the person is looking for, it's not about the product, the Gary the person is looking for, is looking for food to solve the problem of hunger at that spot, at that very instant. Now, what you can do, what you can do is to easily create an irresistible offer of saying, I will not just sell you this Gary. I could prepare, I have sugar, I have milk, I have water. I could prepare a very good Gary you could sip right now. Would that be okay? Now, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back to, um, um, freelancing. All right. Let's take a skill, for instance, a skill like graphics design, right, or copywriting. Let's use copywriting. Now, someone comes to you and says, hey, yo, you're a copywriter. Yes. And say, wow, wow, I need some writings for my company. I'm having a lot of problem with, people buying my products. I don't know what's the problem. I have a lot of people coming into like telling me they're interested, they like my product, but they are not buying. What is happening? And you go further to ask the person, all right, do you have a website, or do you have a channel to which you're driving traffic? Do you run ads? Do you do this? Do you do that? You're trying to know where the actual problem of your prospective client is. All right. Now, if the person already knows this, that I'm having a problem of a copy. I'm having a copywriter's problem. But the thing is, I don't know which part of the copywriting process could actually help me. All right. I don't know how you can help me. All right. In fact, that's in fact the large scale, the broader version of it. All right. The broader version of it in the sense that when you look at that situation, you ask the person, do you run ads? Right? The person says, yes, I run ads. And a lot of people don't click it. A lot of people see my ads, but they don't click, they don't buy. My leads are poor and all. You will now know that the communication skills of that particular client is low, right? Is low. Now, an offer could be you could write um, add copies for him to see if he will be able to generate enough leads, right? So you ask him, what would you prefer? Would you prefer more leads or would you prefer more conversions, right? And he will ask you, let's say for instance he asks you, how can you help? Okay, how can you help me? Which one is better? You'd say, the boat is actually better because actually you're in business to make money, right? And so conversion is much much more better, but conversion cannot happen if you've not been able to generate enough leads, right? So you now tell the person, okay, I could write copies for you, you know, write add copies for you. I could write the contents on your website. I could write, I could write your follow-up letters, your email sequences, and this is how you're going to be paying me. And if you can give him bonuses, something like you give him, okay, an email sequence, I'll do that as a bonus if you're able to pay me $3,000 a month for this, right? He sees this as, wow, where would I see a copywriter that would write ad copy, website content, follow-up emails for me for just $3,000? Nigerian clients would like to beat price, but definitely when someone sees an offer like that, he'll want to jump on it, right? But let's say in a situation where it's not like that, possibly you discover that the problem is that this person's landing page is not converting because of the contents that are there. You tell the person, I could help you with this, right? And you land that client. Every client is looking for someone that could help you. They are looking for you. Stop looking for clients up and down. They are looking for you, right? But they're looking for the version of you that could help them, right? They could pay you anything just to give them what they want, right? Because you know what? Let me give you the secret. Possibly they want to learn from your skill set too. They want to learn one or two things that will make them not to pay that high. So if they don't know what to do, if they don't know how to help themselves and you become a solution, they can pay you anything for that, right? Now, to make this video not too long, let's progress, right? Now, practice and master your skill. I've said a lot about this. Master your skill. Mastery pays so much, all right? Avoid the distraction. Avoid everything that comes your way and master your skill. Give yourself time. Give yourself practice, and you would see that there's a lot you wish you had known before trying to sell your skill than try to sell it before mastery. You get the point? Now, the thing is, you must not be all that perfect before you sell your skill, right? But you need to practice every step of the way. You need to practice every step of the way. You need to practice every step of the way. Practice. It is what is practice that makes mastery. It doesn't make perfect, it makes mastery. They said practice makes perfect. No, practice makes mastery. So practice your skill. As a copywriter, look for other winning copies, right? I have like thousands of swipe files I would give you access to at the end of this video. So you can just stay tuned. There are thousands of swipe files, winning copies for great copywriters that you know, and you'll be getting access to it at the end of this video, right? Now, research is key. Number 4, research is key. You need to research, all right? When you don't know about your skill. In fact, some of the times people don't know that they could actually create offers, certain kind of offers, particular kind of offers for their clients. They don't know that until they research. So some of the times when you things you don't know about your skill, research can give you that. Things you don't know about your skill, research can give it to you on a platter of gold, right? So there's always Google, all right? There's always Reddit, Reddit. This is a community of place where people come, and especially international uh, uh, individuals come as a community and talk about certain topics. There, in those kind of in the room like that, Quora.com, Reddit, and other communities like HubSpot, when they come, you hear some of the things that are the challenges of people in your field, as a copywriter. In fact, not even just as a copywriter self, in specific ideas. Let's say for VSL writing, these are the challenges of some clients. These are the things that some clients are looking for. These are some of the things you can do as this. Research. The more you research, the more you have weapons in your arsenals to be able to execute your skills, right? The more you research. Look for reddit.com. You can go on Google right now and you click Reddit. Now, it's a community of places where they harbor different type of people with interested kind of topics, right? They talk about it. It's more like Facebook, but it's like a research-oriented and communicable community, right? Where a lot of people come and talk about some certain topics, right? Research, look for things, right? Number five, seek high level knowledge, all right? Pay for knowledge. Pay for knowledge. Ignorance is very expensive. Pay for knowledge. Ignorance is very expensive. Did you know that in 2019, in fact, in 2020, if I had not discovered Emmanuel Abbey, that had actually helped me through my journey, his works has helped me to my journey a lot. And if I had not discovered him, I would still be where I am, right? I'll still be running from one place to the other. But right now, I've gone so far from where I used to be. I'm not where I want to be yet. Obviously, I would say that. I know that you've heard that a lot. But obviously, I'll say that I'm not where I want to be yet. But I'm far, far from where I used to be. I was just talking to someone somewhere, and he was arguing with another person. He was arguing and arguing and arguing. And the person was this person that knew me, he was wrong. But he didn't want to agree. He was so into the argument. And I just came and was trying to, clear his doubts. He kept quiet and listened to me. While the other person was still telling him, you don't know what you're saying. But the person was actually wrong, actually, in the first place. But the other guy was telling me, you don't know what you're saying. You don't know what you're saying. The person kept quiet and was listening to me. And said, I was telling me I should leave that person. Then he came to say something, and he said something that struck me. He said, Noble, Prince, you're a learned person, and that's why I'm listening to you. This person is an idiot. Let me tell you something. This is why I think this. And you know what? I cleared his doubt. Then he finally said with his mouth, you have win me. Now, what am I trying to say? The more you grow in knowledge, in value, people hold you valuable, right? People revert to you as a valuable person, right? They have respect for you, right? When people see your value, they have respect for you. They have respect for you. Wealthy people, poor people want money, but rich people and wealthy people, they honor, they have they prefer respect. Yes, because it is value that brings respect, and value, the least thing value can give you is money. The least thing it can give you is money. Value can give you a lot that could open doors for you, right? So grow in high level knowledge, personal development, your skill set. Go higher. Be at the top of what is happening in your field, right? Be at the top of it, and you would see that things actually will change for you. In fact, $1,000 would be a very small thing compared to what you will be paid. All right? $1,000 would be a very small peanut compared to what you'll be paid. I know people that are earning $3,000 monthly. I know someone that is earning $40,000 from one job, $40,000 from one job yearly, right? That is an average of $3,000 every day. 12 million naira in a year, 2 million naira every year. I'd be a million naira every year and so on. So that's that about that. Well, seek high level knowledge. Be at the peak of it. All right. Let them not talk about something in your field and you be like, what's that? No. Be ahead. It is better to be ahead than be beneath. There's nothing waiting for you beneath. There's nothing there. Nothing there than your situation. Your situation is actually the least thing that everybody is saying they don't want to be like. So if you are ahead, there's actually a backwardness. There's actually a possibility of backwardness, but you are actually ahead. I don't know if you understand me. But if you are behind, you are actually at the least place people could be. Your situation will be used for example. But if you are ahead, you would be the person that, would be looked up onto. Yeah? You'll be the person that people look up to, right? You'll be the person that people want to change for, right? People will see you and be changed personalities because you are at the top of everything you are doing, right? Seek high level knowledge. Pay for courses, pay for webinars, Go when they say it's even free, go after them. Follow people that are top influencers in your field, right? When I started off, I started networking with people that are top influencers. Even from them, I discovered there's actually levels to this thing. There are actually people that are far ahead of them. I was actually revering them like they are the peak. But when I came to meet them, I discovered there are people that have gone far, and I connected with those people too, and that has pulled me up. Energy is contagious. When you come in contact with most of the high level knowledge, high level people, high level networks, you begin to, contact the energy for going up, right? You begin to contact the energy for going up. Now seek high level knowledge. Don't be behind. Be a high performer, right? Be a high performer, right? So this video is getting long already. Okay, let's progress. All right. So there are 5 ways to land high paying jobs online. Number one is cold emailing, right? Cold emailing is the ability to send scouts for prospects by sending emails to them. Now, there's a skill for doing it, right? It's the ability to scout for prospects by sending them an email and pitching your skill, telling them about your skill and how it can help them. Now, there's how it's done. You can actually go do research about the person you want to send the cold email to. Possibly you're a copywriter and you've gone through the person's profile, the person's website, and you're seeing that it's only whack or average contents that are there, copywriting contents that are there, and you say, wow, I could actually do something better than this, right? All right. So you said, okay, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to tell this person about my skill. I'm going to tell him what I can do for him. I'm going to give him an offer, right? And if he agrees, fine. Now there are skills to knowing how to do these things, right? For most of the times, you just meet businesses and you be like, okay, I could write some of these their copies. Some people have gotten jobs with MTN by doing this. Some people work for MTN from home. Yes, people work for MTN by sitting down at their home. They don't really need to go anywhere, right? In fact, most of MTN's effective workers are staying at home. Yeah, they are graphic designers, they are content creators, they are blah, blah, blah. They are staying at home, right? They are. Some of them that are doing the major job, they are website developers and all. They are staying at home, right? So if you can actually reach out to some of these guys, pitch your skills, tell them about your skill, tell them how you could help them, create an irresistible offer for them, and send to them. And this is how you could actually don't be shy, don't be scared. Nothing will happen. You will not die. The highest they will do is decline your offer. Then you send it to 100 people, at least 3 or 4 would go. There's this rule called um, what's it called? The 10% rule. Right? The 10% rule is that if you try 10 things, at least one will work. Right? At least one will work. Now, if you try 10 companies, send cold emails to them, at least one will call you for what? An interview. And when you see conversions like 2 or 3 calling you, it's to the glory of God. It's to your own advantage, right? So that is it. So that is one way to get, clients. You could actually go find their emails, send them your emails, tell them what you can do for them, and boom, they'll send you an email back, right, telling you how they would like to work with you. Now, volunteering is one way to land a job too. You get volunteering. Now, what matters as a freelancer to you? The greatest asset you have is testimonials, right? As a freelancer, the greatest testimonials you have, I mean, the greatest asset you have is testimonials, all right? The greatest asset you have is testimonials. What people say about you will make what person A says about you will make person B and C, not just person A, person B and C hire you, right? So it's possible that possibly a person A does not didn't pay you, right? Let's say person A didn't pay you. Definitely B and C will pay you, even D to Z. They will all pay you. Why? Because of what person A does. Like I told you before, it's about doing the work. It's about solving the problem. If you solve a problem for a client, he is willing to pay you again and again and again at your terms, right? He's willing to do it at your terms. So ways to get testimonials is by volunteering. You see a project that's about to be launched, you say, okay, I could actually volunteer. You don't need to pay me. I'll take care of this and this and this for you guys. And if you like what I have done, if you like the way I delivered, just drop a testimonial for me and tell me, give me a review, and that would be the best for me, right? That would be the best option for me, right? So now, when the person sees what you do, if you delivered in the project, the person will drop a good testimonial for you, and believe me, 4 to 5 people will pay you. In fact, the people hire more international clients, not even Nigerians. International clients hire more of people that volunteered because they feel that if somebody did not give you money and you're able to deliver, it will be you will even do more when you are giving money, right? Somebody did not give you money and you deliver this good. When they give you money, you will do even better. So international clients, they hire more of people that have volunteered before, right? They hired more of people that have volunteered before. Now, number three, positioning, right? Positioning will get the client that you have always been looking for, right? If you can position yourself properly on the media, right? On social media platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, all right? Positioning is not the art of just coming to tell people you're a copywriter. Positioning is about letting people know you have knowledge about the solution or the value that your skill is giving, right? So let's say somebody comes to your page on Facebook and he sees your featured photos as testimonials of people you've worked for or volunteer jobs you did, right? As a volunteer, right? You will see it and say, okay, you delivered well. Okay, I could actually work with you. Or that aside, possibly when he comes to your timeline on Facebook and he sees posts about copywriting, and you're saying the truth, you're actually saying the mind of each of a potential client, and you're saying the solution, you're saying things that are actually working. That's positioning, right? The more the person is seeing it, is giving him the energy that no, this person knows what he's doing, right? And he'll be up for a job, right? That's positioning. Now, positioning has to do with you coming online. Yes, come out, show up. If you don't show up, your money will not show. If you don't show up, your money will never show. If you don't show up, no client will show. Wale he show, he never show. Your client will never show if you don't show up. Keep showing up with value. Keep showing up with what you can do with your skill. Keep showing up. The more you keep putting things out, the more people see it, the more potential clients will buy. In fact, they will be so like invigorated to purchase your skills, right? In fact, whenever showing up, let me tell you what showing up does. The more someone sees you come online and post something about this particular thing, when the problem of that thing comes, the first thing you think about is you. If you keep showing up with copywriting contents every day, keep showing up, the first thing the person is going to see is you. Whenever the job for copywriting comes, when they say, when they say, who can do this work now, the first person in his mind will be you because you have always been showing up, right? And showing up also shows that you are still alive, you are still there. Copywriting is still possible with you, right? So the more you keep showing up, you're giving your prospects the go signal that you could work with them. Now, social media prospecting. There's what is called Instagram prospecting. There's what is called Facebook prospecting. There's what is called LinkedIn prospecting. There's what is called Twitter prospecting, right? Prospecting is the ability to reach out to clients from social media, right? Or clients reaching out to you from social media and you are closing the deal, right? You're closing the deal. Now, let's say for Instagram, most of marketing oriented um, clients are on Instagram, right? When you come and tell them that, okay, you can actually help them with their website. Let's say you come on Instagram and this person is trying to, showcase his business and say, oh, we do this as a business. And you check out their website and you're seeing something that is not nice. Okay, you see their ads post, it's not looking good. You could actually reach out to the person and say, wow, that's nice. Would you like, how has your conversion been? The person will tell you it's so and so. Then you tell the person, okay, if I could give you 10 times what your conversion is like this, um, how would you feel? The person will feel great. If you come up with an offer to give the person 10 times more conversion than he has ever had, you will feel great. Now, you're not telling the person that you will do that because you're a magician. You're telling the person you will do that because you have already discovered, you know better, right? You know better that, well, this is what is causing this poor conversion. This is what is causing this poor sales. Now, the more you do that, as long as you show the person the possibility of you solving that problem, the person is bound to hire you, right? The person is bound to hire you. And you know what? If someone is doing something whack, it's because he doesn't know better, right? And the cost of knowledge is more than the cost of the job. Yeah, yeah. If you knew how to do some things, right? Okay, let's take for instance, your skill is copywriting. If you're a copywriter and you want to hire a copywriter, he will not charge you, he will not charge you the same thing he's charging someone that doesn't know anything about copywriting. He will not. He will never charge you that because you know some of the things that will cause. If the person do anyhow, you will write it yourself. You get the point? Knowledge is much more expensive than the job. Igbo people knows this well. If you go to the market, let's say area market in Aba or on the main market, if you go there and you're doing like you don't know how much they're selling this, they will call high price for you, right? Or let's say you go to Lagos market. When you go there and you're doing like you don't know how much they have, you don't even have a clue about how much they sell this particular thing. They will charge you waiting no good. All right. So you get the point now. So that is it. So on social media, you could actually reach out to people, right? And tell them that you could actually help them from the fact that you've actually gone through their processes, their sales processes, and you could actually help them in certain areas, right? There are there are some of the things you can do for them. Some people think copywriting, when you want to become a copywriter, you just rush and say, I'm a copywriter. There are specific jobs in copywriting you can work with and some you cannot work with, right? So when you go and you see that this is the problem, let's say email sequence is the problem of this client, you tell the person, did you know that because these leads of yours are not receiving this kind of emails daily, they don't even have the intention to buy. They don't even know that your products exist. Do you know um, I could write to your leads daily. They will receive emails daily, and it will increase your conversion by 5 or 50%, right? It will increase by 50%. The person will be, okay, I want a 50% conversion. In fact, I don't even understand what you're saying, but I want a 50% conversion. So how much are we talking about here? The person will be willing to pay, right? Because he sees you know your onions, you know what you're saying. Now, LinkedIn. LinkedIn, why I didn't join LinkedIn with social media. LinkedIn is social media too. But LinkedIn is separated because it's a professional website. It's a professional community. I'm sorry about that. Rather, it's a professional community. It's where people come out for the specific idea of completing projects. In fact, they're talking about work. This work that is happening on LinkedIn. Nobody is there to catch crews. They are there to position and get jobs, right? So that is what's happening on LinkedIn. So on LinkedIn, you're already seeing people that are serious about them getting solutions for their business. On Facebook, you see young people, 20-year-old, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, they just want to come and, catch cruise. They just want to come and, have fun, right? They want to come and just have fun. But on LinkedIn, people on LinkedIn are specifically there to make work happen, to complete projects and, deliver. So if you are on LinkedIn, positioning yourself on LinkedIn will easily get you clients that you need. You easily see people that, let's say you go there and you meet a digital marketer, all right? As a copywriter, maybe a digital marketer has a contract already and he's trying to, it's really tough on the person. You can volunteer and say, I'll do this, I'll do the copywriting part of this project. You can take care of the rest. You just need to pay me so and so. You'll be willing to pay you. Nobody wants too much stress. You get the point? And maybe someone that owns a business or an entrepreneur, like personal entrepreneur, he wants to set up his website and he needs content on his website. You can come and say, oh, I see you want to, start up this project. Is your website ready? I could actually write content from your website to be able to generate massive leads at so amount, right? The person will be willing. The person will be willing. You need to learn closing skills, right? It's part of things I'll be teaching you. but not in this class, right? All right. So creating irresistible offers, step by step guide on how to land clients on social media platforms, on LinkedIn and the rest. Right. So let's just go ahead. Now, why you haven't made $1,000 from your skill yet? Why you haven't made $1,000 from your skill yet? And I'll tell you this now. It is because you've not been exposed to a kind of information. All right? You've not gotten access to a kind of information. You know, you've been telling yourself you can do this yourself for a long time now. Sorry, hidden information will remain hidden because if you don't seek knowledge, it means you're not serious to change your situation, right? Unless you are serious to change your situation, as long as you're serious to change your situation, you will meet that point where you need to sacrifice and exchange something to get what you want. All right. There are steps to getting what you want. First is that you need to come to the consciousness that you can get what you want. Secondly, you need to stand up and go for what you want. Third is that you need to pay the price for getting what you want. Now, you haven't gotten $1,000 because you've not been willing to pay the price. You've gone through coming to this part of the video. In fact, as you've gotten to this extent, it means that you actually come to the consciousness that you could actually make $1,000. But you have actually made a move by coming to watch this video. But this is that point where you need to, sacrifice to get much more knowledge. Two is that you've not been exposed to a certain kind of network. You've not been exposed to a certain kind of network. It is people that make people, right? It is people that make people people because of people. People are people because of people, right? People are people. You are who you are because people came to your life. Yes, if you had nobody around you in this world till you get to this point, you will be a numb person, right? It is people that make people people. Yes, and they make people people for people. Yes, if you don't understand it, say it again, right? Listen to it again, right? It is people that make people people. You've not been exposed to a certain kind of network, and you've not been around that kind of energy. When you're around a certain kind of people, it is not just information and ideas they share energy. And believe me, energies are the major thing to changing anything on earth. Energy, this world responds to energy. Your situation will remain the same way it is if you don't have energy that is going to change, that is capable of changing your situation. If you don't come in contact with an energy that is capable of changing your situation, you will never change your situation. Because believe me, until God came to this world and he saw that, the Bible says, he went around, the spirit was hovering over the deep and the earth was without form and void. But energy of light has to come, and God said, let there be light. If you don't introduce energy to your situation, it will never change. You will remain broke. You will remain in that state of taking 1,000 naira for writing a WhatsApp status post. That's just what you'll be taking. You'll be taking 5,000 naira to write 1,000 word article. You'll be taking 10,000 naira for one full website content. That's what you'll be taking. But you don't know that you could earn as much as $1,000, $10,000 because you haven't been exposed to that network of people. Right now, thirdly, is that you haven't made $1,000 yet because you have not been introduced to a certain kind of resources. You've not been introduced to a certain kind of tools, equipment, things that could actually help you on this online space. It is leverage that happens. It is leverage that is key. Yes, resources and tools are another man's finished work. Yes, yes, the person that created this phone I'm using now is his finished work I'm using to do my own work. You get the point now? An earpiece is the finished work of someone else. Now you're using it as a leverage to make your own finished work. You get the point now? So if you don't have resources, if you don't have tools and equipment, you will be limited. You'll be limited. You cannot effectively execute that thing you need to execute and change your story. You cannot do the kind of job that will pay you $1,000 because you don't have that kind of resource. right? You don't have it because you've not been exposed to that kind of resource, right? Now, this is me telling you now that I'm introducing you to this masterclass. It's called the Professional Copywriting Masterclass. In this copywriting masterclass, it's targeted at training people to becoming so good at copywriting that you're paid your worth. All right, that is what it's targeted as. It's targeted at training you in particular to becoming so good at copywriting that you are being paid your worth. Now, what would you be getting in this course, right? Like, what is this course about? First off, immediately you get into this class, you'll be getting access to a vault of over 4,000 swipe files. Now, what are swipe files? Swipe files are already written copies, like people's written copies that they keep in store so that they could actually use it for inspiration in case they want to write for a client. They also use it for practice. We use it for practice. We use it for, for templates. All right. Let's say a client comes with a job right now and it's a job you've done before, right? You could just easily edit some few stuff out of what you did for the previous client and deliver it faster. So that is the use of swipe files, right? Now, other than that, you'll be having a 1 month intensive boot camp with me. We'll be on together to be going on a journey to earning $2,000, not $1,000 now, $2,000. In that month, we'll be on a journey like a challenge to getting $2,000 from copywriting. I'll be teaching you 5 different ways to earn from copywriting. You don't just need to earn as a freelancer or a skills person. You could earn a living, a fortune from copywriting, from doing other things with copywriting that could pay you big. Copywriting is a high income skill, is a high demand skill. This world cannot be in short of copywriters, and they can never be um, an overcrowded, a time where they will say copywriters are all overcrowded. Copywriting is needed in every business setting, and so every business owner is looking for a copywriter and they pay them highly. Right now, you learn a step-by-step process on how to sell as a copywriter, how to sell your skills to international clients, even local clients as well. You can sell to them. You will learn how to sell your skills. You will learn how to practice and master your skills and ensure you are landing high paying clients, right? Like the reviews and the results you saw earlier on before now, you would see that a lot of people have made money from the fact that they have actually used this blueprint I'm about to show you in this masterclass, right? So now you also get, as a bonus, access to a community of high level copywriters. Now, I told you about energy being contagious and being, maybe when you start this your journey, you might be weak someday, you might be demotivated, you might even want to give up, but the energy around will keep you going. The energy around will keep you. So you'll be among like international community of high level copywriters, not copywriters that want to stay mediocre level. No, even people that have attained high heights are in this community. It's on Telegram, and you would see them there, right? That's some of the reviews from Telegram chat. Like you can see, I follow your directive on Fiverr. I implemented and I have made over $700 with my digital marketing skills. Right? I submitted a project of over $420. Now these are reviews, right? These are reviews. These are reviews. And you can see I landed my first gig on Fiverr last week. Now, this is aside from what I'm going to be teaching you. I'm going to be teaching you both Fiverr and Upwork. I'm also be teaching you other ways you can monetize your money too. You monetize your skill as well. You're going to be learning LinkedIn prospecting, Instagram prospecting. You're going to be learning all of these things, and you're going to be landing serious money. Right? This is the video of the vault, right? The vault is actually a Google Drive document, it's not a document. It's a folder that contains over 4,000 swipe files, right? It's a folder that contains over 4,000. Even um, um, copies written by Dan Kennedy, by Sabri Subi, name them. All the top guys are there. Gary Herbert, all of their letters, all of their sales letters, their sales pages, their landing pages, their funnels, they are there. They are there. They are there. One from Agora's company, one from Dan Kennedy. They are all there. Even some books from Mentor Box, they are all there. Right now, you would be getting all these resources, and you can actually get them at a fee. Right? You can actually get them at a fee. Right? So this is not something you need to struggle with in your journey. You don't need to struggle with it, right? You don't need to struggle. 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 This is this is this is a system that would keep earning you a living. Now, these are what people are saying about this vault, right? I sent it to Miss Esther Demwingi. She said, "Thank you, Prince," and she was so appreciative about it. This is what someone says: "Good morning, boss. These swipe files are really amazing, especially the ones from Agora's Financial. I deeply appreciate you, boss." Now, these are people that have seen what these things are done. If you're a copywriter, you will know how valuable a swipe file document is. It's not easily gotten, right? And it's an asset, right? It's an asset. You can sell it, you can resell it, you can do anything with it, right? This person was so wow. They had to do a voice note to tell me how appreciative he was concerning the thing. He said, "Lord, this thing is massive." Now, this is what you're going to be getting in this class. This is what you're going to be getting in this class. This is what you're going to be getting in this class, right? All right. So you're going to be getting this. You're going to be getting this at a fee, but first, you're also going to be getting access to this kit that's called the Copywriting Mastery Kit, right? You're going to be getting access to the Copywriting Mastery Kit. This is a kit that will help you step by step learn copywriting and master it. You will be a pro at copywriting. It's not something you need to go and start from scratch. No, you'll be mastering copywriting with this kit, right? With this kit. Now, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing 1 month, right? We're going to be dissecting copywriting. We're going to be dissecting it to the deepest of it all, right? We're going to be dissecting it big time, and we're going to be growing at it. We're going to be shooting our shots. We're going to be landing clients, right? And you're going to be getting testimonies like this as well, right? You're going to be getting testimonies like this: $700, $420 at for one job, $300. You're going to be getting is this person said, "Good evening, hello sir, good evening. I'm from your LinkedIn class group. I landed a full-time contract as an SEO expert yesterday." Right? You're going to be getting jobs, Definitely, you're going to get a job, right? So we're going to be doing this together. Now, this is the vault. It's supposed to be a video, and you see how thick it's going. The vault is massive. It is. Now, why would you be getting this? You'll be getting it because I'm on a mission to raise authentic copywriters like you that produce results, right? Authentic copywriters like you that produce results, not the ones that come and shout that they are copywriters up and down, right? Ones that produce results. Now, this this thing is not free. This thing is not free. This masterclass is not free. This process is not free. This is at that point where you need to pay the price. Now, the actual price for this is 10,500, and it's going to be selling for 10,500 naira, right? Or $20, all right? $20 of 10,500 naira. This is the actual price for it. But if you are a fast action taker and you're able to make payments now by simply clicking the link below this video, as soon as you click, you'll be getting um, um, a discount of over 7,500, about 8,000 naira. You're getting a discount of over 8,000 naira, and be getting it at the price of 2,005. Just a bonanza price for you. Now, believe me, I'm not bluffing. If you if you register for this, you will not remain the same. That's what I can guarantee you. And believe me, if we are more than 10, I wouldn't accept 2,500 naira payments again. It might not go from 2,500 to 10,500, but definitely the price is going to move from 2,500 to 5,000 naira. All right, 5,000 naira or $12. Right now, if you're lucky and you're a fast action taker, you simply just need to click the link below, get your course. I ran an ad for this, mind you. So if you want to be lucky, you want to click on this and get your spot right now, right? I'm okay if we are 10, I'm okay if we are 15, right? As long as you're producing results, that's what matters for me. All right, that's what matters for me. Now, you can get your slot right now for 2,500 naira. If you are quick enough, you make the quick transfer, or you go and get it on seller and you get your um your seat ready. We'll be kicking off as soon as possible. All right, as soon as possible. You'll be in fact, as soon as you make payments, you'll be granted access to the copywriting mastery kit, and you'll also be granted access into the vault. Right, you'll be granted access into the community, and we'll start our training process when I would communicate the date to you on when um, we'll start our training process, right? It's going to be an amazing 1 month. I don't want you to miss this. If you don't meet it in time, this will still be a steal for you, even though you pay 10,000 naira or 20,000 naira for it, right? You will still benefit 10 times much more value than what you paid for. Now, if you're a quick action taker, you can click the link below right now and get access into this class right now for $6 or 2,500. All right. These are testimonies you want to be seeing. These are testimonies you want to be seeing. These are testimonies you want to be saying. These are testimonies you want to be saying. These are proven results you want to be actually part of. All right. And simply, you just need to click the link below. Click the link below. See you on the other side.